All right.
Hey, what's up,
Look who's
guys?
look who's back.
What's
Yeah,
up? What's up?
And he's wearing a do-rag. Or no,
I know, bro.
is that a
Bring,
bandana or a do-rag? I
I
can't
bring the
tell.
street cred to the show, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, first picture I ever saw of you was you with Santana Moss.
That's right.
I think you were also wearing. No, you were at a Heat game. Now you're
was at a
wearing a
Heat
Heat
game.
jersey. You were wearing a do-rag back then. Now you're wearing like something else there.
I was rocking. I have it over here. The picture. It's just too far to reach. But
Right.
yeah, I had my do rag on. My Michael Jordan North Carolina jersey. I
There you
was
go.
rocking, and I was taking a picture with Santana Moss while he was rocking the Dominique Wilkins Hawks throwback jersey. You know, that's how we do, bro. That's how we do. It was the era of the throwbacks, so I was definitely living it up.
Very aughts, early 2000s, bro.
Oh yeah,
What a
good times.
What a time to be alive.
It was the best time. It definitely was. But anyway, guys, we're here. We're joined today by the one and only. Sorry, I was had a little noise here. I gotta call you Xavier now because if you're friends with Gonzalo Higuain and he says
Gonzalo can do that. Only Gonzalo.
only Gonzalo, okay. So can I call you Chavi for short? You know, maybe you know. but that is the none other than Xavier, our boy, our official Inter Miami full-time beat writer. We already got people chiming in thinking we're doing a basketball show here. What's up? Yeah, Hero out here cooking. I love it. Yeah. Big shout out to
yeah, he's cooking with that cash flow right now.
Yeah, bro.
Bro, he just got paid.
Just got paid. But anyway, yeah. We got Xavier here with us for our Inter Miami correspondent.
I don't hear the song.
Oh, my bad.
Song, bro.
There it is.
You gotta upload that to the StreamYard so that whenever you're not on the show, get plays.
Got it. That's true. True that. We'll make that happen.
We've been uploading for a month now.
But anyway, we got Xavier joining us. We're going to talk a little Inter Miami. We got Dolphins talk. Gus is here. I'm here. The original duo here. The NFL Stradamus is here with some top 5, bottom 5 later on at the show. And but this is the Evening Juice with Lemon City Live, Season 8, Episode 31. Thank you guys for listening. If you're listening on the podcast later, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Be sure to hit that like button. Tell your friends. Tell your mama. Tell your papa. Tell everybody you want. And big thank you to the 5 Reasons Sports Network, the 5 Reasons Sports YouTube page for simulcasting our show on there as well. So if you're tuning in for some Heat talk, we might dabble in it. I know there's a game going on, but we're going to be talking about a bunch of stuff here. But as always, we start off every show with a little who's got the juice and, you know, who's the biggest weekend phony. So who wants to go first here?
I'll go. I mean, I gotta give the juice to my man Gonzalo.
Oh,
not only is he scoring, he's gonna go out in style. I mean, that press conference was great, very emotional. It was really, really nice, a really nice moment in Inter Miami history. That's always gonna be a part of it. So he's got my juice. He's been scoring in the last 4 games. He's been scoring clutch. He's been good. He had good sound bites in the press conference, and his interviews have been great lately. So he's got the juice, man.
Definitely. Solid juice. I kind of had a feeling you were going to go with that, so I let it slide. I said, all right, no problem. Gus, what do you got?
Well, mine is for anybody who had an epic fantasy football comeback this week. It's fantasy football season, bro. I'm in 5 leagues. I'm
good grief, dude.
Oh yeah, I love it. I love fantasy football, man. It's so much fun. And I was down by 75 points going into Sunday Night Football. I had Tom Brady, Mike Evans, and San Francisco's defense, and I won by 3 points, bro.
Wow.
That's such an amazing feeling.
Is this our league or was this another league?
No, this is one of my money leagues.
All right, nice.
So nice. Anybody who had an epic comeback, you got the juice, baby.
Solid. Very good juice. Very good.
He juiced himself.
Yeah,
That's right.
Self-juice. We got self-juice. We got some soccer juice.
Some fungus juice.
I got a little baseball juice, man. I got to go for it's been a great week for baseball. Aaron Judge just hit his 62nd home run of the season. He's just a few percentage points away from even possibly, if he has a really good couple of days, he might, and The guy above him has a little bit of a couple of offers. There is still a slight possibility he might even get the triple crown with the 62, which will definitely give him the MVP. It's been a great baseball season, but also I got to share the baseball juice with, our Hispanic Babe Ruth, Albert Pujols, crushing bombs all week, hitting 700. He's up to 703, and he just passed Babe Ruth for second place on the all-time RBI list. If he were to come back next season, I think he would legit pose a threat to Hank Aaron's all-time record, which would be phenomenal. But again,
what is the all-time record?
Man, it's like I think he's up. He's like less than 100 away. He's less than 100 away. They're in. I think Hank Aaron is like 2000 something, 90 something, and he's like at 2000 something in the low teens. So it's definitely doable. Might take a little bit of a stretch, but again, we're asking a lot for a guy here who's already said he's gonna call it quits. He's good. He's content. I've said it before. I said Roberto Clemente is our Jackie Robinson for the Hispanic community, but Albert Pujols is our Babe Ruth, baby. That guy is just money. Just been doing it for as long as he has, so it's fun to watch. And we got some good playoff baseball right around the corner here. So that's my juice. What do you guys got for phonies?
Hey, phonies, all right. I want to revisit your juice in a little bit, but for phonies,
okay,
bro, all these fake social media doctors after Tua got knocked out of the game.
Yeah,
come on, bro. People, I get it. It was ugly to see. He probably shouldn't have played, but you're not a doctor, bro. Stop trying to act like you knew exactly what was going on the entire time. Nobody knows. Nobody knows if it was actually his back that made him stumble in that first game, or if he actually was concussed. I saw him right after the game. He appeared perfectly fine. So I'm not a doctor. Maybe he was concussed. I have no fucking idea. That's the point. None of us fucking know. Don't pretend to be social media doctors out there.
I agree. I think we should, I find it hard to believe that an NFL franchise would, not that they would pressure somebody to go back into a game, you know what I mean? But that there would be this big covert, like, hey, you can't tell anybody, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that there's so many independent people out there. I think there might have been a misdiagnosis. Yeah, that's a possibility, but I don't think it was like, a conspiracy thing. And just, believe what the doctors say. Everybody discredits everybody who has some type of, degree in something in nowadays. Everybody's, a YouTube doctor. Everybody's a YouTube opinion person. And it's like, come on, man. Like, Fauci, the doctors and this and everybody. Like, we discredit like, bro, I didn't go to school. If the doctor says he's messed up or he's okay, then I'm going to believe what the doctor says. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, all right, solid. Chavi, what do you got?
I'm going to go, with something like his. I was going to go with those phonies, but the phony for me is like Bill Belichick and Harbaugh when we're talking about the situation with Tua and then, talking garbage. And then you go back and see incidents where they put in players back in the game. Where they've had worse issues. Yeah. And then also the people that are just hypocrites. Because Tua got hit, he hit his head. Absolutely. We don't know. They said it was his back. Fine. This last one, the guy whacked him.
I don't know how he didn't get penalized for that, bro.
He was just throwing him, and I don't think he meant. He didn't pick. I think if he would have picked him up, he just grabbed and threw him. So
if that was Tom Brady, that guy would be kicked out of the league.
Right,
that would be behind prison bars.
But it's Tua. It was like Hulk smash, boom, and it threw him down. So, but the other thing is the people that are complaining about that, and then they'll go watch MMA where the guy's eye is popping out, or people are all over the place, and then the next month or the next week or whatever, they're fighting again. You have people in boxing dying. There was a guy that just passed away, unfortunately, in a match in Colombia. He came out critical and he didn't survive. There's a lot of extreme things going on out there, and it's just such a big deal for us when they talk about Tua. It seems like anything that has to do with Miami, it's overhyped and over criticized. Maybe I don't know. Maybe because I'm from down here, I think there's a Miami bias, but it's just there's a lot of hypocrisy. Okay, the guy got hurt. They went through whatever protocols, whatever was supposed to be done. The league is going to investigate it, but they want everyone to come down on Miami. They want Tua to retire. Like, what's going on? It's hyperbole city. Relax. Let's see what's happening. Okay, let's see what's going to happen. But it's not so bad. It's not so bad.
Solid. solid. I gotta agree on that. I think both of you guys are the same. I'm gonna go with a different phony, just because like I figured you guys would probably go those angles. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna actually pick on a phony. I'm very disappointed with a certain NFL team. Especially after last night's performance, I thought the Rams. I know I've been high on the Rams before, and the hardest thing to do in sports apparently is repeat. As a Super Bowl champion, it hasn't been done in so long.
Yeah.
So maybe it's a Super Bowl hangover, but I don't know. I'm just not happy with what the Rams are doing, and I didn't have high hopes. I didn't think they were going to win it all, but I had good hopes about them, and I'm just kind of disappointed at their lackluster play all season. Now, again, this could be a quick fix. It could be a little bit of a, it could be an injury situation, an O-line, maybe a little mechanical fix when it comes to Stafford. We'll see, but I got them as a phony. I thought they looked really bad last night, and it just, again, although San Francisco does have the Rams number, you kind of knew that was going to happen. That's 7 straight regular season wins that the Niners have on the Rams, but come on, man. That's ultimate phony right there. So, nice. All right. With that being said, though, I want to stick with the NFL. We talked about it. The Miami Dolphins were in Cincinnati, Amazon Prime, Thursday night football game. It was we were making our day. Man, it's been a while since we've been on a good Thursday night game or a Monday night football. It was. Yeah. We had a lot of high hopes. Cincinnati came out with the those all white uniforms. We rocked the teal on teal, and then we talked about it. It was a very scary play late in the second quarter. There, it didn't look too severe. It looked like a regular tackle. It looked like he just got thrown on the floor pretty hard. But again, not what you would associate with that kind of injury. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You think if somebody gets hit and you hear about what happens, you think it was like a hit straight to the head or something like that. But at first glance, it wasn't. It didn't appear as something. But then when you saw Tua Lane there, man, what was your guys' thought when you saw like the video and the pictures of him just with his hands, and it was hard to watch, man. Very, very hard to watch, especially because we know, having covered Tua here in South Florida for a while, we know the kind of guy he is. We know he's a good dude, very religious, nice guy, bro. Like, you don't want nothing bad to happen to him. And then you see him out there on the turf laying there and man, just some ungodly pain, man. I can only imagine. I mean, what thoughts were going through your head when you saw that?
That's scary, man. It's scary to see, like you said. And honestly, the first thing I thought is fuck, bro, his career might be over.
Yeah.
That was my first thought. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. I mean, because it wasn't even like, oh shit. The previous week's injury didn't cross my mind until a little later. The first thing I thought is that, man, did he break his neck or spinal, something like that? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, that is. I was looking at it, I said, oh no. Oh no. What? Again, it's like that. Something else to this guy. Something else. Another rock in his path. Something else happening to him. And I thought, wow. Oh no, his hands are out like that. I'm thinking, oh no. Yeah. I it's just prayers up. Hoping he was okay. Hoping it wasn't anything spinal. Obviously, this is super dangerous.
Yeah.
He can still have brain damage, even though the tests show that everything's clear right now.
Yeah.
But I was just like in shock and just thinking, again, this guy, just like he was saying, Ed was saying, he's a great guy, and these things these things, barriers and things keep happening to him over and over. It started from college and it keeps happening.
Yeah.
He's just at the best moment of his career.
Yeah.
And he was playing. He was playing good.
He was.
Yeah. I mean,
he was, man. He was one of the, like, from at least from a fantasy standpoint, he's one of the top quarterbacks in the entire league. And I think even on regular football standpoint, he was showing that he showed his growth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bro, 6 touchdowns in a game. I mean, come on. You don't do that in a fluke sort of way. You have to be good.
They don't want to give him credit, but he's doing it.
Yeah,
he's doing it. And then I think he'll be back. I think he'll be back this season. I don't think he's going to sit out.
And then he had the great game, obviously beating the Bills. I mean, he was coming off the highest of highs, and then here you are, marquee matchup. Now there were questions because there was an investigation done by the players' union about how quickly, if the Dolphins followed protocol after the first injury in Buffalo, and
against Buffalo.
They were asking, like, oh, maybe he came back too soon. What was going on with that?
Yeah.
Where he hit his head, and then here you go. Technically, what was it? 5 days later, or 4 days later on a Thursday night, from Sunday to Thursday, here he is getting hit again, and you have this, horrible tragedy. There was an investigation. It came back that Dolphins did follow proper protocol, that nothing was done
in a shady sort of way.
Yeah, no shadiness, nothing with no wrongdoing. But look, man.
But the NFLPA did fire that independent
medical
whatever
neurologist or whatever it was. Yeah. Look, man. At the end of the day, the optics on this are bad, real bad. Dolphins, and this is what the Dolphins didn't need. You know what I mean? Dolphins have been trying real hard to bring good stuff to this city, to bring good stuff to the organization, to the team, and then it's like, man, we always seem to step in it somehow. Whether it's a coach that likes to snort a little cocaine and talk to his stripper girlfriends, or some bullying scandal. Here
Miami.
We have some.
That's Miami.
It's Miami as fuck, and now we have a concussion scandal here brewing and happening, and unfortunately, it's a black guy. No matter what, this was the worst case scenario. Was that he got hurt so quickly after the first one? Because now everybody, and rightfully so, everybody can complain. Look, hey, maybe he shouldn't have been playing. Yeah, but again, this is a decision he made, the team made, the doctors made. I'm not going to sit there and question it. But when you have this, you're gonna be, hindsight's 2020. Shouldn't have played. Maybe something was off. If he was 100%, maybe he could have avoided that. Maybe he was a little apprehensive because of the hit that he took the week before. Maybe he would have stepped away from that tackle. I mean, there's a million questions that you could
even in the same game, even in the Buffalo game when he came back, he came out sharp and he came and won the game.
Yeah,
I think one thing that's being overlooked is the equipment is working how it's supposed to work. They spend so much money on design, on these helmets, on all these things to protect these guys. The equipment's working. The guy got banged on his head.
Yeah,
he hurt his back. I mean, they showed a play where he
got twisted up,
right? And he came up and walked. This is way before that incident. Like he walked kind of stuttered, similar to that.
Yeah.
Not as bad, but he was. So it's a possibility. It doesn't, like you said, the optics don't look like it, but it's a possibility. He came back and he performed amazing. So I don't know how many concussed people would be able to do that. Now, the next time he got picked up, this is a 6'3", 300 and something pound man, and just tossed him.
Yeah.
And he happened to hit his head again. And look, he, that's normal because he took a big shot.
Hi, Zoe.
What happened? He's passing all these tests. They're coming out clean. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
That means the equipment is working how it was meant to work. Football's a violent game.
Oh yeah.
This is gonna happen.
Yeah.
But, thankfully it looks like he's looking good. And I hope he comes back. I have a real good feeling he will. I don't think he's gonna be out the year like everybody thinks, because I mean this is a tough kid. This is a tough dude, and he was having a great season. And I hope they hold him out as long as they need to, whatever time that is. But I do feel he'll be back this season.
Okay. Well, that's my next question. He's going to miss this game against the Jets. Then we come home for 2 games. Again, none of us can really predict or say when he should be back. But, what does your hunch tell you? What does your gut tell you? Hey, you think he'll be back? You think, because obviously not this week, but do you think it'll be as quickly as the week after? Or does it what if Teddy has a good game this weekend? What if Teddy just, controls the offense, game manages, has a Tua game, and, wins it? Nothing spectacular, but just has a very efficient game. You know what I'm saying? Maybe 200-something yards passing, a couple touchdowns, no picks, and the Dolphins win by a couple of scores, which is very doable. Dolphins are still a very good team. The final score was 27-15, and it wasn't indicative of us losing our starting quarterback.
No, it was close at the end of the game. The fucking Bengals scored 2 touchdowns, I think it was at the end of the game there.
So and again, the Bengals are a good team, defending, AFC champion. You know what I mean? They're gonna come. They were
at home too.
They were at home. They had their biggest crowd ever, I think, since I don't know when. Maybe the biggest crowd that they've ever had in Cincinnati. I think they're going to be super duper cautious. They're walking on a fine line with Tua's health now. That's what Iris says. Absolutely. I think it's 100% true. They have to be very, very cautious. The fact that I have trust in Teddy, I feel like Teddy can, can make things happen.
He's a vet, and he's a good player. He's not a scrub.
He went 5-0.
He's a good player, and he's a homegrown talent.
Homegrown, baby.
We're rooting for him.
I would love to see Teddy Bridgewater succeed.
Oh, for sure. But
Miami,
again,
great story.
Teddy did go 5-0 as the backup quarterback for the Saints, a couple seasons ago when Drew Brees got hurt. So
and before that, in his time with the Vikings, he had a great season before he got injured too.
Man, now
he's shown they can do it.
No, he's a good player.
He is, but at the same time, truth be told, let's be realistic here. There's also a reason he's our backup and he's not picked up to start somewhere. There's, he doesn't have what he used to have, and people haven't been able. Nobody's thrown the money at him and say, "Hey, we want you to do what you used to be able to do." Even though you went 5-0, again, I'm not thinking Teddy's going to be a long-term solution here. But I think he could be a bridge to get us back to Tua once Tua's healthy again. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Tua, again, take all the time you need, man. Take all the time you need. Unless, and I feel confident enough with our scheme, our system that Teddy won't sink is what I'm trying to say. Because if Teddy sinks and he's having a bad game, and we're talking about maybe putting in this K-State quarterback, what's their third stringer's name?
Skylar Thompson. Remember that name. Remember that name.
Yeah, I know you're big on him. But if we're
a lot of people are.
If after the Jets game we're talking about Skylar Thompson or whatever, then I'm gonna be very, very concerned. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be very, very concerned, and I don't want to get to that level. I want Teddy to go in there, go to New York, kick some Jets ass,
We have to beat the Jets.
We have to beat the Jets. And go in there and just, have a solid game and get that bridge, get us back to Miami for a homecoming in a couple of weeks. And then we'll see, we'll assess. It'll be, 2, maybe 2.5 weeks that Tua has been out. Hopefully, maybe, he gets the all clear to play again. And if he doesn't, I feel okay because we'll be at home. It'll be, we'll have our home field advantage, and then we'll have 2 games for it. You know what I'm saying? So I like our situation with Teddy moving forward for the next few weeks, but I will panic. I will sound, the alarm. I will do everything I have to do if we start talking Skylar Thompson, this time next week. I'm gonna really, really, really be upset.
Let me also mention that the Bengals started pulling away from the Dolphins as soon as we lost Xavier Howard as well. So in that game, we lost our starting quarterback and our best defensive player in one game.
He was playing hurt.
We were still in it late in the game.
He was playing hurt that game too to begin with.
He was. Yeah.
We got our 2 best corners hurt.
Yeah. So bad luck, bro. Bad luck. Dolphins could be undefeated still.
Yeah. So let's look at that. Dolphins are not undefeated. They're 3-1.
They're solid.
We still feel good about it.
We do.
If
you would have told me at the beginning of the season, Dolphins are going to go 3-1 to start the season. Everybody would have taken that.
Oh, for sure. And again, we're talking 3-1 here with big wins against our division rivals, our most hated team, the Patriots.
We beat the Ravens.
We beat the Ravens and we beat the Bills. Like, we have 3 quality wins for the team here. 3 quality wins that we can build momentum off of, that we can really carry forward. I like where we are. I don't like, obviously, that we, Tua's injured and we lost him.
Yeah.
But I think in the big picture, I'm trying to stay optimistic. Again, if the word Skylar Thompson comes up on next Tuesday's show, I'm gonna be panicking. I'm gonna hate life, and then I'm gonna join. I'm gonna join Achilles bashing football for the rest of the year.
2-2 would have been great for this team. Like, let's say we talked about it, Gus, in one of the shows before the season started. We're talking about how the first 4 games are going to show what type of team Miami has, and at that point, I remember saying, "Man, if they're 2-2 coming out of this, that's pretty damn good."
That's pretty good.
They're 3-1. We got our starting quarterback injured,
and we are most likely this is the lowest part of our season for us. This is the lowest of the lows this season.
Well, hold
on. Most likely.
Don't jinx the team.
Don't jinx it,
because then it's like saying what could happen next.
Yeah,
then it happens next.
Exactly. Basically, what else could go wrong? Yeah, that's when all the.
I didn't say those words. I didn't say those words. You guys did.
The views expressed by Gus do not necessarily reflect the views from Lemon City Live or Xavier or NFL Stradamus.
What I am trying to say is that the best thing that can happen to us after hitting the lowest of the lows is to play the fucking Jets, man. That's the slump buster.
Oh, for sure.
Right
for sure.
when we need it the most.
For sure.
Rivalry
Absolutely.
games, man. Rivalry games, even though the team sucks, it's always tough. I've seen games. I remember games where the Jets suck. They hadn't won a game, and bam, they beat us, and then they beat us again. Like, I remember what season it was. Like they only won like 3 games, and 2 of them were against the Dolphins.
So exactly.
Let's see the Jets. We gotta get rid of
one of 2 things.
Those are usually trap games, though. Those are usually trap games.
But
this is not a trap game for the Dolphins.
That's the thing with the Dolphins and the Jets. It's either a trap game or it's a slump buster. Like we're gonna either come out guns a blazing and we're gonna get off the schneid and do it good, or it's a trap game. And none of which would surprise us. If we lose, we'll be like, damn it, it's because of stupid Jets. But if we win, it's like, yeah, it's a stupid Jets. We beat them. You know what I mean? It's the same but different. So. I don't like
Wilson,
that feeling.
I get you.
We'll see.
Zach Wilson, the Cougar hunter,
MILF Hunter. Is he back this week or what?
He caught a touchdown, didn't he?
Did he play last week? I didn't. I was traveling on Sunday, so I didn't see the.
Well, they won. They won. He returned. They won. They got a little momentum going, and they don't need any more hype to play Miami. Any team,
yeah, exactly.
Division that wants to play the Dolphins, they always want to kill us. So Miami's solid.
Their coach is like their coach over there, Salah. He's like a more toned down Man Campbell, but he's still like I'm taking receipts and I'm a defensive coach, and I'm like, bro, taking receipts? You got to take receipts of the whole league, bro. Everybody talks shit about the Jets because the Jets have sucked for so long. Come on.
He has one of those apps where like you upload your receipt and you get cash back.
Yeah.
But nice.
He came out and said, I'm taking receipts and we're gonna surprise people. I'm like, bro, shut up, bro. Shut up. You're the Jets.
Surprise how bad they're gonna be.
Exactly. Maybe. Get out of here, bro. So shitty ass Jets. All right, so Dolphins 3-1, hosting the Jet or traveling to New York. We're feeling good. We're feeling all right. Prayers up for Tua. Hope for a speedy recovery. I'm optimistic that he'll be back this season, but I also think they're going to be extra cautious. I think the optics of the last 2 weeks and his return and then his injury, dude, he looked like Stranger Things out there. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, man.
With when he was like,
I've never seen that episode. You think he'll be back like by mid-year then, mid-season? They'll hold him out like 8 games so nobody talks garbage.
I feel like there might be an overcorrection. They might hold him out extra long. Yeah. They might hold him out extra long, but that's fine. If Teddy's doing it, then that's fine. Teddy's good for a good little run. Give me like 5 games of Teddy, and I'll be okay. I don't think. There's a feel for it. How Teddy's doing. If Teddy's giving me a good run of like 5 games here, we go 3-2, 4-1 in these next 5, then I think that'll be the right time to bring him back. Or that they might feel more comfortable with
and
it.
He's capable of slinging that ball to these speedy wide receivers.
He can play. Teddy can play.
That deep ball to Tyreek Hill was something to look at, bro.
Again, I love Teddy. The story is great. The story is great. Homegrown guy, but again, we got to pump the brakes a little bit because there's a reason he's our backup and not starting somewhere else, because what we feel is not mutual to a lot of or any other NFL team. You know what I'm saying? A lot of teams wanted him, but as a backup, nobody wanted him as a starter. Now,
he was competing with Drew Brees.
But no, he was he was somewhere else for a year. So he couldn't,
Carolina, I think.
Yeah, he couldn't pick up or really solidify himself anywhere else. So I hope that he comes in, rides the wave, looks at this as an opportunity, got a chip on his shoulder, because again, he's coming into a great situation, Yeah. Fantastic coach with a great game plan. The two of the best wide receivers, an athletic as hell tight end, a running game, and a defense that's solid. So like, what else could you want? And a great kicker. So all you got to do is just get across the 50, get me to the 40, and we get some points. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's a good spot for the Finns here.
I would love that because Jason Sanders is on my fantasy football team.
I avoid the Dolphins every year in fantasy, man. I can't. I'd rather. I get too attached. I'm too much of a homer, and I can't bench them, and then I start them when I shouldn't, and it hurts. But anyway, enough NFL. We'll revisit. We'll get back to some NFL. We got some top 5 and bottom 5 coming up a little later. But I do want to talk about the other big thing happening here locally. We got Xavier over here.
Javier,
the new friend.
we saw that he waved
Gonzalo.
at me and everything.
Waved at you and everything, bro. Our boy. A year ago today, you were you weren't dreaming of covering Inter Miami. You were just going to games as a fan, chilling, and here you are a year later, hanging out with Messi, with all the big stars. You got to see it.
Things happen quickly. Life goes at you quickly.
Yeah.
You took advantage of that situation.
Exactly. There you go, Ferris Bueller. But at the same time, though, like, you earned it, bro. You kicked ass. You've been doing a great job, and not only have you been building a following, you've been building a reputation with Inter Miami. So much so that that the great Gonzalo,
he's got to be reading the article.
Yeah, Gonzalo's
I never gave up on him.
Gonzalo, as soon as they said, "Oh, here comes Javier Guerrero," and he's like, "Oh, that's the guy who wrote all the nice things about me," and he waved at you, and
No, I was fair. I said a couple of things. I said, hey, maybe he's a super sub right now. He's not in shape. But the one thing I always said was, you can't give up. And it's been prophetic. I said, if anything big is going to happen with Inter Miami, Gonzalo's going to be a big part of it.
Yeah.
And it's happening, man. And I'm so glad for him. And now that we got it started, it's just that press conference, him coming out and reading the letter. Thank you to everybody.
Yeah.
But the whole thing, the way he speaks, and it's been for a while now this season where I got this vibe. We talked about it in one of the shows, Gus, that I said there's a vibe in the locker room. There's something going on with this team. There's something special. And especially with him, because you can sense he was at peace. There was a point where he just like he got into Zen or something. The guy is at peace. He was at peace on the field. He was, because he wasn't bitching everybody else anymore, and he was at peace outside when he's talking. Was open, and we always had a feeling this was his last season because his dad blurted it out before the season. he said no, but like a friend of mine always said, used to tell me, a rumor is just a premature fact. So his dad said it, then he said no, but as the season went along, I said, man, this guy is going. He's having a dream final, end to his career. His season's going great. He's at peace. Why would you come back? He's living beautifully? And then he said, he's like, and one of the questions I asked him, he said, this is one of the most fun periods of my career. He's enjoying the team. He's enjoying the city. He's enjoying being with his wife and his daughter, having that time. And it's great. And because of all that, I always said, man, this team is dangerous because there's some talent there. I'm not saying, this is the Real Madrid of the MLS, but there is some talent here. And this league is so kind of balanced, pretty evenly balanced, that anything can happen. If they get in, and there's still a big if, because there's two important games coming. So there's 3 teams right now fighting for these spots. It's right now, to me, the fight is it's Miami, Orlando, and Columbus.
Yeah,
and Miami holds the tiebreaker against Columbus. So this game is super important against Orlando. But before I get to that, it's the whole press conference was amazing. He got emotional. Everybody in the room obviously was emotional. It was a great moment in Inter Miami history. And it's funny because the article right before this, I talked about how he's come around, like he's made his redemption, because early in the season when he was booed, I said, look, he's getting booed now, but he can redeem himself. And if he does what, he is capable of doing, those boos will turn to cheers. And they have.
Oh yeah.
And he's doing an amazing job. And man, it was great to see him talk about his career and see how everybody really appreciates him, how everybody backs him up in the team. They really genuinely love him. He loves this team, and he genuinely wants to. He said it. He wants to give this team a championship. Yeah. So, man, if they get in, that would be an amazing story. I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but I'm saying there's a chance.
So you're saying there's a chance?
There's a chance,
yeah, man.
No, you're absolutely like knocked off his. You're on mute. You gotta plug in your headphones. Go ahead, Gus.
Props to Higuain, bro, because man, like you said, he turned boos into cheers, and I was one of those guys that was on him the most, and for years already. Not just this season. Like ever since,
because you're a Madrid hater.
Yeah, of course. I'm a Real Madrid hater. And then when he fucking whiffed those goals in every final for Argentina he ever played in.
Oh, you gotta bring that up. You gotta bring
it
that
happened.
Up.
But now this season, bro. I mean, I can't not give him respect, bro. He's amazing.
Yeah. Look, man. Xavier was what I am to the 2-on. You know, I was carrying the flag of 2-on. I've been doing it all along. Yeah. Xavier has been carrying the Gonzalo flag all season. When I would read his stuff and I would question his like judgment. I'm like, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. You know, like we
You're not the only one that thinks that way. So
I was like, look, bro, this guy, because I'll be honest, and we can't hide the fact, dude, the lowest of lows was really low. You know, this guy's body language, his demeanor, his everything wasn't likable. Was not likable. I don't know what happened.
I understand.
I don't know what happened, and I go back to something Achilles said. Look, Phil Neville might not be the best X's and O's coach, you know, if that's even a thing in soccer, X's and O's. I don't know. I know it's a football term. Tactical.
Not set plays, but yes. Yeah. You know,
he might not be the most tactical coach, but damn it, he's got these guys believing, and the job that he's done with Gonzalo to not only, dude, he's out there because you went from maybe he's a super sub to all of a sudden this dude's playing 90, you know, 90 and keeping up. Like this guy has scored more goals in the after the 80th minute than anybody else in the league. You know, the last couple of weeks, he's won it for us late at the death, you know.
Oh, yeah.
He's still out there.
Making it look easy. Goals that are very, very hard. That's why those guys get paid so much money. The forwards.
Oh, yeah.
It's
he earned this paycheck.
You have to put it in. No, he's been this season. He's earned it. He's earned it. And if he gives this team a championship, which I say there's a chance.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's going to happen.
Yeah.
But say there's a chance.
Look,
if he does that, he earned his money for all 3 seasons.
Oh, for sure.
100%.
Look, I watch a lot of MLS. There's some good teams out there. There is a separation. There's a few elite teams out there. The Austins, the Philadelphia, even LAFC. Although LAFC, I feel like they're a little yellow.
They have the talent. They haven't just played like.
Yeah, they just. But look, Philly,
they're on top of the West, aren't they?
Yeah. But they're riding. You know, I like Austin more in the West than I do LAFC.
Austin,
they own LAFC.
How did Austin become great like so fast?
They got Michael Lahoud over there calling games, bro.
That's what it is. That's what they got. That Miami FC.
He was a pretty good player. Flavor. I remember seeing him.
Yeah, bro. He was Miami FC legend over here.
Yeah, solid player.
But you know, he's calling play-by-play over there,
and they're international.
Yeah, and they're doing great, man. Austin has got what every city that has or every city that wants MLS, you know, they got it. You know, they have a great atmosphere, sold out stadium, passionate fans, celebrity fans. Matthew McConaughey's out there. All right. Every game. They even have a chant. All right. No right, which is great.
He's getting a little hype there. Are you an Austin fan?
No,
What's the Inter Miami?
Oh, look! I got a little beef with the Inter Miami and La Familia.
Bustelo.
Dale.
Look, I got a little beef with La Familia and that, but
why? They got some great.
They got some great stuff. I love it, but
chanting the whole game, jumping.
I get it, and I love it, but like I feel it's very exclusive. Like if you don't speak Spanish, like you're SOL. You know what I'm saying? Wow. And I'm just saying, like, hey, I'm cool with it, but like if you wanna, you know, I've heard this complaint from people who don't speak Spanish. Is what I'm saying. I'm voicing.
I've read it too. It's weird because we're such a diverse city,
exactly,
and it's such a diverse place. But
when it comes to that, we're being very exclusive.
Right, but the majority of the people there are Spanish speaking.
That's fine.
What I would suggest is if you're one of these fans that wants to be there, write your song, present it, and get.
You're not gonna go over there to all these Spanish guys and go, "Hey guys, I have a song in English. I'd like you guys to sing with me." No, like
what do they do then?
The change it has to come from somebody in the group to say, "Hey guys, let's try this. It can't be somebody coming out from the exterior, from outside in. It has to come from in to out. You know what I mean? And
you can just write something that's very simple to memorize and
I
very
think they
catchy.
have some English. I think
get like 15 people together and start.
I've never heard any.
Yeah, on the YouTube they have some of the stuff. I think they have English stuff. That was like a little beef on Twitter. I remember reading people were going back and forth in regards to that.
Yeah.
So it's maybe something that they need to.
And again, I can speak Spanish. I can do it. Yeah, change it to Spanglish. I don't have a problem with that.
Isn't that what it is already? Anyways, is Spanglish?
I don't know.
I feel like people. No,
but I feel like I said, I'm just voicing.
No, I feel you.
The complaint that I've heard from other people that are like, "Hey, look, we speak English, we don't speak Spanish." Right, and then I've heard the even more divisive, or not divisive, but even more exclusive Spanish speaking audience that says, "Hey, I speak Spanish, but those aren't the songs that we sing." Because they're coming from a certain region. And they're like, look, there's other songs and other ways of doing stuff. So there's a little clashes there, but whatever.
It's so tough. It's tough.
It's tough to please everybody.
Anytime you deal with people, there's going to be divisions.
It's tough. It's tough. But I will say, like, that is something that I see, and I'm like, yeah, that could be fixed. That could be fixed. Just one little thing, could make a big difference.
Where else in the world would they have this issue? I'm trying to think, because I'm thinking in England, the
maybe in England.
But what Spanish person is going to go tell them that?
You're not expecting a big Spanish crowd there.
I don't think in England, because all those traditions are from before there were a lot of immigrants.
That's what I'm saying. I'm thinking, where would we have? Where would this be? This is probably like something very unique. It's a unique
to Miami.
And I think they need to get together. Hopefully after the season, and we need to see. You're right. Maybe. Well, so it's a U.S. thing. It's a U.S. thing basically. So they need to get together and figure something out, so everybody feels a part of the team.
But anyway, let's bring it back to the product on the field here. We got a little off topic here, but look, man,
my bad.
Classic Lemon City,
classic Edwin here.
Stick to the script, man.
Stick to the script. No, look, there's some good teams. There's some really good teams in MLS. There is a very elite level. Montreal's a really good team too that is very under the radar. They're just a couple points off of
physical team,
off of Philadelphia, which leads me to my next point. Let's say we beat, or whatever the result is tomorrow night against Orlando. We close out the season. Decision day. Every team is playing on Sunday, all at the same time. Decision day is Sunday. We'll be hosting Montreal. Now Montreal could be playing for Dang, I need to look it up. I'm sorry, I didn't come.
They were in second. They're
in second. I know they're 2 points off of first place in the East. But
so they could be playing for the bye week, is what you're trying to say.
But what I don't know is if they have 2 games. I don't know if they're playing tomorrow as well, or if them and Philly are just playing on Sunday, if that's their last game.
They both have 33 matches played, so they're.
And what about Inter Miami? Are they at 32 or 33 also?
32
because it's 34 total for the season.
Okay, so then that's it. So Philadelphia and Montreal have 1 game apiece left, so they're good. So Montreal's going to play. We can't take it easy. Montreal's got something to play for, because if they win and Philly loses, then they would get the number 1 seed. I don't know what difference that would do for them, if they even care about it.
They get the bye week. Maybe they have. I don't know. Is
it a bye week for 1, 2, or is it just
only
1?
Yeah. Only the one.
Only the first place team is off.
Okay, so they got something to play for. So we got to come prepared tomorrow night against Orlando, and then we got Montreal on Sunday.
I'm surprised how much I know about who gets the bye week and who gets the home.
Why are you surprised?
The only reason I know is because my boy was talking shit about Inter Miami, and I had to look it up to argue against him.
Exactly. He's reading off a website right now. I'm trying to remember off memory.
It was literally, I think it was yesterday, the day before. My boy's talking shit about Inter, talking about how they're not gonna make the playoffs, and I'm like, no, bro, you're looking at the standings all wrong. I had to correct him.
But it is, we do got a lot left, but it's very, very important for Inter Miami to come out strong tomorrow. We're coming off 2 big games.
Missing 2 big players.
2 big players that are going to be out tomorrow.
What
is it? Gregory?
Pozuelo was injured, and he's very doubtful. He's more than likely not going to play. And Gregory, because doing Gregory things, a yellow card every freaking game.
Yep.
So accumulation of yellow cards. He's out, and he hasn't played both games against Orlando this season because accumulation of yellow cards. And that's a big deal because that guy is the guy that lays the lumber in the defense. He helps out. He attacks. He's underrated. He gets attacked a lot because his first touch isn't the greatest. But the guy's got big cojones. He runs up and down the field on defense. He helps the defenders. There's nothing better
that was for your cojones.
There's nothing better than a center back or for anybody in the back line for the guy in front of you to slow that guy down and even just take the ball from him so it doesn't even get to you. He does those things. He races a lot of people and helps out a lot. He saved a lot of people's asses.
No, he has. There's been a lot of individual success stories with this team considering the circumstances. The addition of Pozuelo has been phenomenal for Higuain.
Clutch.
Huge. Gregory, however you want to pronounce it. Yeah. His play, Mota has been, solid at the pivot all season. He's been great.
He's been underrated. I think he's been underrated because he's playing a position that doesn't, I think, fit his skill set.
Yeah.
Phil's put him there because he can come out playing. Because if he puts Gregory there, his first touch is a little bit off sometimes. But Mota should be a little bit further up because he's got a more quality than people think. I think he's a little underrated. There's a couple people in the fan base that attack him. He's not very good.
I think he's fine. He's a good
player.
Yeah,
he's a good player.
Speaking of guys that I want to attack here, what's up with Coco? Is he is he anything? Or
Coco Chanel?
Yeah,
because he's just a perfume right now. And I'm not taking a shot at you.
Oh no, I like that. That was a good shot.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm not taking
for that. Javi with the shot.
I don't blame him so much. I mean, when you come in and you're signing this guy to strengthen your roster, you got to know if he's injured or not. I think this guy came in injured. I think they suckered him.
Yeah.
He from the beginning, he hasn't played. He went in. He did one great thing. He gave that little assist to McVay when they tied Cincinnati 4-4.
Yeah.
That's about the only thing he's done.
That's his contributions for the season.
That's the last I heard
and it's a shame. And it's a shame because they spent a roster there, roster spot on someone that hasn't been able to contribute.
Well, let's see what he does. Last couple things here, real quick. Were you as surprised as I was to find out that Higuain is only 34 years old?
No,
dude,
he looks older, right?
I thought he was I know he's not my age, but I thought he was a lot closer to my age than 34. I don't know. I just got this vibe what? Blown away that he's only 34.
No, man.
You listen to him, man. He's had a long and tough career, and he's the type of person you see that at least I've learned that now. Covering, he listens and he takes a lot of this information. He seems very, on the field he's very cold blooded because he scores these goals like nothing. But I guess he hears, and reads things, and it kind of affects him. That's what what he's led on. He said that there's these keyboard assassins that they go and they write stuff and they ruin people. And he was saying that these people can't defend themselves. He has a platform
there.
He has a platform where he can defend that, and he's saying, remember these are humans. And personally, when I write, I try to keep that human angle. I want to be fair, but I don't want to bash or demean, or because sometimes you read stuff where this person sucks and they might not write that, but these are professional people that to get there you have to be really, really good. But sometimes you don't know what's happening behind the scenes. Like that last season, Gonzalo was suffering. His mom was terminally ill, and this affects. I'm about to write it, and if my mom's ill, this is on my mind. This guy's out there playing. I know he gets paid a lot of money, but we're human. So every time I write, I try to criticize the best way or analyze the best way, the most humanly possible. If I have to say something, I say it.
For sure.
But say it in a respectful manner is what I'm trying to say. Sometimes people are disrespectful.
Absolutely. I agree. But
we've seen a few. We've known a few. But I'll leave you with this. There's 3 playoff spots left in the East. Only 4 spots have been clinched. There's still 3 up for grabs with Cincinnati, Orlando, and Miami currently holding those spots. But there's 5 teams in contention. Okay, so 2 teams are still going to be disappointed. Little props to Charlotte, dude. Charlotte They're still in it.
They're still in it. They've had a weird run, but they've won their last couple of games. Daniel Rios with the 4 goals against Philly. This weekend that was
Philly, one of the elite teams.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, Miami twice has played them. They tied one, and the other one they lost. But both times they haven't been run out. They've been pretty even. That's what I'm telling you.
Anything can happen. Anything can happen. Let's see, but it starts tomorrow. Be sure to tune in against Orlando. Let's beat the stupid mouse, Mickey Mouse. Beat all those purple. I don't like anything in Orlando. So
the last 8 games between them have been decided by 1 goal or less
every time.
And then tomorrow's Hispanic Heritage Night at the stadium. So they're asking people.
They're definitely not going to sing anything in English.
To bring. Can you put that on the side for a second? That's something that's going to be fixed. We're gonna have to do a sit down. We're gonna have to do a sit down with La Familia, with the people that are complaining.
I know the capos of those groups, man. I know a couple of them, So I got to
drinking vodka and gin or something. I mean vodka and cranberry or whatever.
I got the good stuff here in my old Navy cup here. Look
at
that.
Mine is transparent. See, this is transparent, so you know if it's water or vodka. Water, vodka.
I got a little guado.
Oh man, not anymore. Maybe in my younger years.
If I drink, that's the only thing I drink, and I hate drinking. But if I do drink, I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna drink that.
Well, you were talking about Charlotte. Charlotte's the key right now.
Yeah.
Because if Orlando, let's say this is not gonna happen, but if Orlando beats Miami and Charlotte defeats Columbus is out.
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. So and then Orlando is in. Same scenario. Miami, when they win tomorrow against, Mickey Mouse FC or whatever they're called, and Charlotte defeats Columbus, Miami is in. So right now the key is Charlotte, and they're pretty solid.
Yeah, no, they're a good team, and Charlotte, they got a Hail Mary's chance, but it's still a chance. I like our chances a little better, but we'll see. Again, tune in tomorrow. Should be a good game, and then be sure to tune in Sunday for Decision Day. And then hopefully next week we'll be talking about, who we're playing in the playoffs. So that'll be the fun stuff.
Playoffs?
Talking about playoffs.
Bullshit.
Yeah. All right. So let me get my stuff here. You guys ready, bro? I know you've been waiting a long time for this. All right. Your boy, NFL Stradamus.
Let me drink some water for it.
NFL Stradamus is here. Last season, I was pretty clutch with my top 5s and my bottom 5s. I was giving you the best 5 teams as of right now. Who is going to win the Super Bowl? Not who is going to make the playoffs. Just the 5 best teams playing right now. And then today, I'm giving you a little extra. I'm going to give you the top 5 and the bottom 5. Okay. So tell me where you want me to start here, because my list is pretty good, bro.
Bottom 5, bro. Bottom 5.
Bottom from the bottom.
Yeah. All right, let me pull it up here. Here we go. All right, the bottom 5. These are the 5 most disappointing, poorly playing teams in the NFL. All right.
Nice.
Here we go. There you go. Number 29. All right. At 29, I have the 1-3 Pittsburgh Steelers. Super trash. I was not high, but I thought Mitch Trubisky could come in and do some stuff.
He's the reason they're in your bottom 5. He is the only reason.
Yeah, I know.
I thought he would be
the
better.
sole reason.
Yeah.
Trubisky is trash. I've been saying it for years.
Hey, look, you're right. I thought those guys. I drank some of the juice. I was wrong. I should have had some milk instead. Steelers 1-3. Now they got Kenny Pickett, but guess what? I got Kenny Pickett in my Dynasty Fantasy Football League. If he blows up,
you picked him right before I was gonna pick him.
I got him. He's gonna, next season. I got him on my taxi. I redshirted him, so I'm good. I might have a franchise quarterback next season and Justin Herbert, so I get double points for that. Wow. Steelers 28. Trash.
And Mike Tomlin has never had a losing season. He's been.
Oh, that's changing. It's happening this season.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Never cut out that proud franchise.
But they still got to play. Look, they got to play Baltimore. They got to play the Bengals, who are way better than they are, and you still have to play the Browns too. And look, as much as I hate the Browns, that team can run the ball. They're really good. All they got to do is hand it off, and then when they get Deshaun Watson back, eventually they're going to be a little better.
Nick Chubb needs to change his last name to fully erect, because that guy runs hard, bro.
Oh man, hold on. I lost my pen. There we go. All right. That's a solid one. Gus, point for you.
Thank
All
you.
right. My number 29. All right. This is an old friend of ours, Tenard Davis's favorite right here. Former player there. Now his favorite quarterback is there, and that's the 1-3 Carolina Panthers. What a disappointment. That team sucks. Like, they're just complete. I'm not even going to give them a bell. That's all they get, because that is just a bad franchise. How do you have Christian McCaffrey, right? And you got Baker Mayfield. You have a couple of studs, and you can't put anything else around there. I feel sorry for our friend of the show, Stanley Thomas Oliver III, who's playing cornerback out there, FIU guy. But, hey, at least he's in the show. He's up there. He's playing. I know he's happy. I'd like for him to get more success. He's entering, year 3 now?
Yep.
His third season up there. Good for him. But Carolina, utter trash, bro. Sorry. Basura. All right. Number 30th in my power rankings, okay? This is pretty disappointing. This is another team that I kind of had high hopes for. I thought they'd be competitive. All right. AFC West. All right. The Raiders, Vegas. Where the hell has Derek Carr has been nowhere. That guy has no found. Devontae Adams is catching touchdowns. He's putting up numbers, but I don't understand. They finally pulled off their first win this week, know, but an 0-3 start, 1-3 right now. They just dug themselves in the early hole here. Not what I wanted from them. I thought they were going to be better. I thought they were a better coach, Josh McDaniels, out there. I thought Carr was a very good quarterback. Jacobs running. They got players. Just why are you 1-3? You're trash, bro. I don't like that.
They're changing their slogan, "Just win, baby," to "Just lose, baby."
Yeah, just been losing. Here we go. Number 31 and not last. Okay, so this is going to tell you who I got last, because this is the worst team in the NFL, technically record-wise. Okay.
Yeah.
This is the winless Houston Texans at 0-3-1. I got them second to last here in my rankings. Okay. And this is just for no fault of their own. They have nothing. They have nothing. They have a running back, maybe. They have no receivers. They've gotten rid of everybody. I don't even know who their coach is.
Who was that coach that was also their GM that traded away all their assets?
Oh,
O'Brien. Bill O'Brien.
Bill O'Brien, yeah.
Man, that guy. If there's a Lemon City Live in Houston, bro, throw that guy in the pit.
Oh, yeah, the pit's named after him. That's the Bill O'Brien commemorative pit.
And every workplace.
Just in case, let's throw him in our pit.
Oh, no! In every workplace, there's someone that's like a supervisor, like way up there management, that you wonder how the hell they made it up there. Yeah, they have no clue. That's the guy there.
Telling you, man, super, super trash. Again, this is just through like the other teams on the above them. I'm picking on them for being disappointing. Texans are just where they're supposed to be. They're a bad team. They're worst record, so I got them there. But right now, my biggest disappointment. Biggest disappointment of all the teams right now, none other than the Denver Broncos at 2-2. I got the Broncos as the worst team. What a shit show, dude. Look, Russell Wilson, man, he's out there. He was the leading rusher for the Broncos this week. That's not good. Nope. That coach has no idea what he's doing. Nathaniel Hackett, no idea. He's out there.
He backed into 2 wins, bro. That guy's so lucky.
Backed into 2 wins. You go into Seattle. You lost to Geno Smith week 1. Like, come on, dude. You got Cortland.
Well, Geno's been looking good.
Look, no, bro. He's still Geno Smith, man. Like, come on, dude.
Some people after this is his 7th, 8th season.
I don't care
what.
After
a while,
bro, I don't care what supporting cast you have around him. I don't care what supporting cast you have around Geno Smith. If you're telling me you're picking a team that has Geno Smith as the quarterback or Russell Wilson, knowing what the Broncos have, and you're telling me that Geno Smith is the better choice and should win that game, then nothing is right. Nothing is correct. It's trash, bro. And that's what's happening right here. Denver Broncos have been the biggest disappointment. In the NFL. Yes, the biggest disappointment in the NFL has been the Denver Broncos. Unfortunately, they have no running game. Cortland Sutton can't get anything going. Russell Wilson is out there just throwing a scrubber. Jerry Jeudy, where are you?
Jerry Jeudy, bro.
Where the hell are you? I don't know.
He had a great week 1, and then he fell off.
Trash all around, And unfortunately,
I know he got injured for a little bit, but still.
And unfortunately, you're watching Russell Wilson out there just carrying the load, and you thought he upgraded. You thought he upgraded when he left Seattle to come to Denver, got better pieces around him, but man, bad look.
Marijuana's legal over there in Denver, isn't it? There you have your answer.
Hey, it wasn't illegal too in Seattle too?
It's illegal in a lot of places. Yeah, it's illegal in Seattle.
It's legal. So there you go. That's what happened to the football team.
All right, so that's what I got there. All right, let's
Great list.
Feeling good, right? Feeling good about the bottom five.
You should be at least on CBS.
You know what? I appreciate you. That's for you. All right, my top five here. All right. Now my top five is pretty good. You want me to start from? We're gonna start from 5 to 1. Okay.
Of course. If not, you ruin it.
You're gonna blow your load too soon.
well, here's the thing, because my number 5 is gonna be pretty surprising. Okay, my number 5 is most people's number 1 right now, and it's only because they're undefeated that I'm putting them at 5. Okay, and that's the Philadelphia Eagles at 5. All right, that's it.
Philadelphia Eagles. You don't believe in them then?
No faith in them at all. I mean, I think they'll probably win the NFC East. But I'm sorry, man. There was a lot of people bashing Jalen Hurts last season. And all of a sudden now, like, everybody's like, oh, he's the franchise. He's great. Like, yo, like, what are you talking about? Okay, like, have you seen who they beat? They beat the Lions, the Vikings, Washington, and they were down 14-0 to the Jaguars. Okay, like, look, the Jaguars are a lot better, but you were still down 14-0 to the Jaguars. Okay,
so they stuffed those wins in.
And that's fine. You get your 4-0, but you give me that 4-0. I'm going to take a lot of 3-1s over that 4-0 is what I'm saying.
I got you.
Would you say that they are?
Yeah.
Would you say that they are last year's Arizona Cardinals?
Right now, yes, they're trending that way. Absolutely. Gus, point for you. I don't know who's keeping tally, but that's for you. But yeah, Eagles 4-0. Look, they beat the Lions, the Vikings, Washington, and the Jaguars. These aren't 4 teams to brag about, but you won your 4 games. Good for you. Great for you.
Do what you have to do.
Do what you got to do. You are the last undefeated team, so congrats on that.
And now, this week, last year's Cardinals and this year's Cardinals play each other.
There you go.
You got Eagles-Cardinals.
Eagles-Cardinals, bro. Battle of the Birds. All right. Angry Birds. There you go. Point for you. I like that one.
Oh, man.
I like that.
That's good marketing right there.
All right, number 4. All right, where's my 4? Oh, there you go.
No.
Miami Dolphins, baby. Still got faith in the Dolphins. Again, our 3 wins are better than most teams' 3 wins anywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I like that Tua's going to come back, and until I see Teddy Bridgewater fail, then I have faith in what the system has created and what the team is doing. I'm going to roll with the Dolphins until I see otherwise. Again, these are to the moment stand. Not what I think is going to happen. Not who I think is playing bad, but
right
these
now.
Should be right. This is the right now. Okay? This is what it's all about here. I got the Fins at 4, 3-1, coming off a loss, but they're going to bounce back against the Jets, and I like where they're at. Number 4. All right.
Beat those Jets.
Now, number 3 is I was a little suspect here. I wanted to flip 3 and 4. I wanted to put the Dolphins up a little higher, but I had to use the head a little bit here. The Dolphins, I gotta take into account.
Are you?
I gotta take into account the concussed situation here. So I gotta knock them down a point, and I gotta bump up. Even though they lost this week, I gotta bump up the Buccaneers a point because that defense is really good. That Buccaneer defense is really, really, really good. I'm never gonna go against Brady, and also they're starting to get their weapons back. They lost this week, 41-31 at home to a very motivated Chiefs team. You know, they came in there, but the Buccaneers, even though they're 2-2, that's a solid 2-2.
And this is just like that season when they won the Super Bowl, where they lost to the Chiefs early in the season. They got off to a bad start in their season, and then
very, very Brady-like right now. Very, very now here's a wild card. Okay,
the divorce.
The divorce. This is something. This is very serious right now. Yes. I don't think Brady's has faced a lot of tough defenses in his life, but I don't know if he's faced a divorce lawyer before. You know what I mean? That's that corner blitz, and he's not seeing it coming from the left side, his blind side, and the left tackle just missed it. And I don't know if he's going to be able to step up and get away, or if he's going to take the sack. You know what I mean? So is he going to fall in the standings here, or is he going to pick it up and move up and continue to be a top 5 team? I don't know. We'll see. But Mike Evans,
take the sack.
Mike Evans is the truth. Chris Godwin's coming back.
Giselle makes more money than him, so
that's
can
why
afford
he's
the
gonna
better
take.
lawyer.
He's gonna take the sack though. He's gonna get some of that cash coming down.
Yeah, but let's see, man. Can you? If there's anybody that can keep his focus, it's Brady. I mean, the guy, nothing deters him. But this is an enemy and a defense he's never played against.
Don't you remember that press conference when they were questioning how he looked and all that? Now we know why. I mean,
exactly.
So I don't know if that's any sign of what's to come. I don't know.
We'll see. But again, Bucks and their uniforms, that uniform matchup against the Chiefs was beautiful. I love it. It was so pretty. I'm giving them the number 3 spot there. Number 2.
The 2 snaps thing, because you sounded like...
yeah. Gus, give me a 2 snaps there when you get a chance.
2 snaps, a twist, and a kiss.
There we go. Solid. All right. Number 2. All right. This is a team that I'm still not high on, but I got to give them props because they did what they had to do. I'm not off the wagon with the Buffalo Bills, but the Buffalo Bills are still a good team. So I'm going to keep them at 2, 3-1. Josh Allen is still a beast. He's got these funny new commercials now with Tostitos that are making me crack up where he's dipping. He's like, he's trying to do play-by-play. It's funny. They just came back and they beat Baltimore 23-20. The big key of that is that Baltimore had 20 points at halftime. Okay?
Yeah.
So that defense stepped up. Von Miller is playing great. The Buffalo is just they're figuring it out.
They're solid,
and shout out to Bills Mafia that donated a bunch of money to like Tua charities and stuff like that after the injury.
Isn't that crazy?
Very, very, very surprising. I don't speak highly of Bills Mafia, but that was a good move.
They're known to do that though.
Yeah, that was good for them. Good for the thing. But again, I'm high on the Ravens. I got the Ravens on the outside looking in. They're still a good team, but that's a great offense. We saw it firsthand. They could put up points like nobody's business, and the Bills went in there, took care of business, and that was a good win for them. If us beating the Ravens is a good win for the Dolphins, then the Bills beating the Ravens is a good win for the Ravens. I mean, for the Bills. So I got to give props where props is due. Now, my number 1 team, not going to be a big surprise. No big surprise here, but it's the best team right now. Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City Chiefs are just too damn good. I watched something scary this weekend. I watched Patrick Mahomes have fun again, if that makes sense. I watched them have fun this weekend. He was playing the way he was playing a couple seasons ago when he threw the 55, or however many touchdowns he threw. He was playing like, dude, just the scary version, because you already know he's like, I'm gonna throw it sidearm, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and when he runs like so slow and so weird, like it's just he's like, and he does this thing, and then that one play where he ran to the sideline,
he's like a show pony. He's like a show pony.
He's like trotting to the sideline, and then he did the spin move, and then he goes, whoop, and he just did a little dunk pass to this guy in the corner of the end zone. That Chiefs offense looks
backyard
scary.
football. He's
backyard football, dude.
Yeah.
The guy on the broadcast said it best. He looked like a dad out there running around his kids, and you're like, you can't catch me, just doing that. And that was the professional defense of the Buccaneers that I was talking about. He went into Tampa, put up 41 on the Buccaneers. That to me takes the cake. Like again, now Tampa, obviously they had the scare of the hurricane. Nothing happened, so there might have been a little drawback from that. But still, you go in. They had a chip on their shoulder. They knew that the Buccaneers beat them in the Super Bowl 20 months ago, and they said, "Hey, we're coming at you. We're coming at you strong. We're going to punch you in the face, and then we're going to go back to KC and we're going to celebrate a victory." And that's exactly what they did. 41 points. Everybody was involved because it wasn't just the Kelsey show. It wasn't just Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Everybody, like all 3 running backs were involved. Juju Smith-Schuster was involved. Everybody got a piece of the action, And the defense played pretty great too. So to me, Kansas City right now, very scary. Very scary. I know they lost to the Colts last week, which again makes no sense. But this was the game. They came in, they played hard. I give them the number 1 spot. Now we'll revisit it in a couple of weeks, but that's my top 5 and my bottom 5. NFL Stradamus has spoken. I need a music. Thank you.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
Go find Walter Mercado's theme song.
Ooh, solid, dude. I need that.
I don't even remember what's his theme song. I don't even remember.
I don't know. I'll just find some mystical stuff, bro.
You just said that out of okay.
Yeah, man. I like that.
Trying to hype my boy over here.
So how do you? So my good top 5. You guys agree?
I think it's amazing. I think it's amazing for a guy that's doing the show from his basement. You should be on Times Square. Should be at Times Square right now.
I feel pretty good about it. I feel pretty good. Like I said, the Eagles, I'm just keeping them in the top 5 just on principle alone, just because they have those 4 wins. But I think
there might be phonies. So they might be phonies at another show.
Oh yeah, they very 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 easy.
Future phonies.
They could be 4-1 next week and out of my top 5. And I could have more 3-2 teams in there and 2 and 3 teams ahead of them. I'm just saying.
I got you. I know. I understand what you're saying.
It is what it is. But anyway, what is this? What's this guy say? Perfect Q says we need to support fan sports channels and reject the media. They are lazy. I agree, but I disagree because we're also media. So we are not lazy. We are there.
We have credentials.
We have credentials. We report on the stuff as it is. But thank you for tuning in.
We started off as a fan sports channel.
Yes, we stepped it up though. Stepped it up. But anyway.
Never lose it.
I think it's a good dismount, Gus. You got any spicy sports nuggies? Any on this day or anything?
Bro, I do. On this day, in 2014, the San Francisco Giants defeated the Washington Nationals in a 6-hour, 23-minute NLDS Game 2 at Nationals Park.
Ooh, I like that.
Can you tell me whose solo home run ended the game?
What year was this?
2014.
It wasn't Ishikawa, no.
Nope. It was the 18th inning.
Buster Posey?
No, sir. It was Brandon Belt.
That guy sucked. I didn't even like that guy, Brandon Belt. Yeah, I was gonna go the shortstop, the greasy mullet guy next, but I forget his name. But anyway.
And to top it off. Here we go. 15 NFL teams, including the 2 who played on Monday Night Football last night, have started 2-2, which ties the 2017 for most 2-2 teams in a single season in NFL history.
Mira pa allá.
Interesting.
Solid.
Yeah, bro.
Gus with the spicy sports nuggie there.
A lot of weird things happening in the NFL this season.
Very good. Yeah. Very good. But I love it though. I'm excited. The NFL season's been good. I kind of like that there's only one undefeated team. I feel like they're gonna lose. They're gonna lose this week or next week.
Yeah.
And there's good parity, but there's still some. Like I said, I'm really high on the Chiefs, man. That Chiefs stock is rising. I think that's a scary team. I don't want to play them, but Dolphins, baby. Happy. I'm excited. So I got a lot to be excited about. A lot to watch. What's the Thursday night game? Do you know, Gus?
It's I'll tell you right now. The Thursday night game is shit.
I was trying to pull it up here.
That bad?
I gotta pull up the schedule.
Indianapolis, Colts Broncos. Yeah, that's what it is. So we'll see. That Broncos. See if they win, they can get out of that bottom 5, maybe. Depends on.
I think loser of this game gets in the bottom 5.
Yeah, loser's gonna. Yeah, Indianapolis is gonna because Indianapolis, man, they had all the weapons. Best running back, good O-line, decent receivers. All they needed was a quarterback. They get a former MVP and Matt Ryan to come in there, and 1-2-1. Not gonna do it. And if they lose at Denver here, they're in the bottom 5. So good stuff. Also this weekend, Canes playing. I forget who they're playing this weekend.
North Carolina Tar Heels.
Tar Heels. That's right. UNC.
Tough game.
It's gonna be at the Rock. FIU. Shout out to FIU. They were also a Juice nominee. They got a big win at New Mexico State.
I don't know why I didn't go with FIU. I'm wearing it. It's on my chest.
You're a horrible fan.
And I even got FIU socks on.
Look at you. Sell out.
So is he a phony then? He's a phony.
Oh, Gus is the phony. FIU gets the juice. They get the win. They're back home this week. They're taking on UConn. It's the homecoming game.
Yes.
We'll have some people there. So stay tuned for our recap from that. That'll be coming up this weekend as well. So we got college football. We got Gabe is at the Marlins game tonight. Marlins dropped a heartbreaker 2-1 to the Braves. But anyway, I think that's it. It's a good dismount point here from
on this day.
Give it to me.
Surprise. In 2001, San Francisco Giants slugger Barry Bonds hits his 70th home run.
Oh, that was today?
Yeah.
Oh, That's a good one.
Against Houston.
Nice.
And he was on the juice.
You know how many he finished with that
77?
season? No, 73.
Damn it.
Look at that. I'm telling you, bro. All the numbers. Baseball's the numbers game. But anyway, all right. No more nuggies? No more on this days?
No more.
All right. All right, guys. Thank you very much for hanging out with us. Big shout out to the 5 Reasons Sports YouTube page for simulcasting the show. If you're listening on the podcast, be sure to like, subscribe, leave us a review. Tell us how much you hate my voice, or how much I'm full of shit, or how much Xavier here is a good looking friend of Gonzalo Higuain. You know, tell us what you think, man. So give us a little comment. Be sure to tell your friends, share the show, like, subscribe, do all those things. All those little simple actions on your part go a very long way for us. We greatly appreciate it. And thank you guys for listening. And we'll be back next week. So see you next semana. Have a great weekend, guys.
Adios.
Adios, muchachos.